Welcome. Welcome. We live in such extraordinary times, obviously. One of the ways they're so extraordinary is how fast everything is going and how much there is of everything. I certainly just realized that driving here on the freeway. It's been 5 years since we met here in this place. And there's a lot more traffic than there was before. But that's not just physical traffic, car traffic. We also live in extraordinary times spiritually, where there are so many brilliant, astounding, true teachings being offered by so many brilliant, astounding, true people. Sometimes it seems like all at once. It's very fast, and in this area, in the Bay Area, so many people coming through. Certainly in celebration of what's possible in this lifetime, in this era, in this moment, and the celebration of that is beautiful. But also there can go with that a kind of frenzy, shopper's frenzy, spiritual shopper's frenzy, of wanting a little of this and a little of that, and better get some of that under this arm just in case this drops off when I walk out the door. So the same kind of hysteria that we can see in the world is also in the spiritual world. It's an overlay of grasping. I don't want to add to that today. Certainly the celebration is always here, and the excitement even of the potential of what is possible in your life is here. But what this message from my teacher and his teacher is to you is that in the midst of all of the excitement and the frenzy and the grasping, it's possible to simply stop. To not take in another bit of information, but to just stop. To not be sure your hands and arms and mouths are full, but just to stop where you are. And in fact, to drop all of your packages, all of your attainments, everything you have thought you have grasped, to just drop it. And in a moment of the most pristine, indescribable depth of silence, it's possible to discover the truth of who you are. Not by gaining any more information or dividing yourself up into 100 parts so that you can partake of 100 different things, but by doing nothing. Not by doing nothing, because there are also 100 different ways to do nothing, but by simply being nothing. Not gaining, not attaining, not grasping, not rejecting. Just simply in one instant of this lifetime, which is also going by very fast and will be finished very soon, much sooner than you expect. Even if you live to be 200, that last year will be a shock. How fast it's gone by. So to take one moment of this fast life, as we have taken this afternoon, this moment in this place of stillness, with all of the buzzing and frantic and directions and wrong directions and changes and dead ends and one way and not that way and this way and all of that going on all around, in the heart of it all is the space of stillness. And this stillness has nothing to do with information or even betterment or even enlightenment. Has nothing to do with any of it. And yet all of it is trying to get to that. All of the desire for attainment, the desire for enlightenment, the desire for success or happiness or even health is about trying to get to that space of simple being silent. The problem with all of the activity around that is that the activity covers the space that is here, the space of silence, the depth of silence, space of simple beingness, and the boundless depth of that. So I don't have anything in particular to teach you. If you haven't learned enough, you can learn enough from many, many excellent people who are happy to teach you. What this appearance in your consciousness is about is really, first of all and finally, to invite you to the space of stillness that is your heart now, and to state to you that you don't need to be any different from how you are to enter that space, and to encourage you to discover directly for yourself where that space is, what that space is, who that space is. And in that discovery, to accept or to reject the invitation to rest there, to drink there, to be held there. I say to accept or to reject because you are free to reject it, as you are free to accept it. It's the invitation for the mind to rest in its source, for the soul to rest in God, for the thought to rest in emptiness. I'm not suggesting that you cling to that, because if you cling to that, then it is not that, but an imitation of it that your mind, in all of its wondrous capacity, has simulated. And then you will walk around clinging to nothingness, being a really capital letter nobody. So I'm not suggesting that. I'm suggesting the possibility to accept the invitation for the mind to rest in non-clinging anywhere. And I am inviting us all to use this time together to further clarify that possibility and that discovery and that invitation.